Hello, and welcome to the International Compliance Association presentation on an introduction to financial crime. So the first thing we're going to ask ourselves is, what exactly is financial crime? Well, there is no single universal definition of financial crime, and the term is sometimes used interchangeably with the following: white-collar crime, i.e. a crime committed by a person of respectability and high social status in the course of his or her occupation; corporate crime, i.e. crime committed by a corporation or individuals associated with a corporation; occupational crime, i.e. crime committed through opportunity that arises in the course of employment; or economic crime, a crime related to financial fraud, money laundering, and corruption. In other words, financial crime is a wide and complex term that involves a range of criminal offenses that have their origins in different pieces of legislation. So, we need to ask ourselves, what topics typically fall under financial crime? There are quite a few. First off, we have any offense relating to money laundering, insider trading or market abuse, corruption, terrorist financing, or fraud or dishonesty crimes. Speaking of fraud, there are several types of fraud that we can relate to here. We have corporate fraud, banking fraud, securities or investment fraud, insurance fraud, and intellectual property fraud. So, as you can see here, the definition of financial crime is wide. It's not clearly defined and is an expanding concept. However, that being said, the hottest topics being discussed now in the financial crime industry include computer or internet fraud, identity theft, corruption, and bribery. How did financial crime become a separate area of study? Well, just as from compliance we derived AML, it can be said that from AML we derive financial crime prevention. It's increasingly becoming a separate area of study due to the sharp increase in regulation and laws that specifically relate to the financial services industry, as well as numerous high-profile cases of corporate collapses and damning parliamentary reports. Here in Asia, there has been an increased regulatory efforts against prosecuting financial crimes such as insider trading, and with the passing of the UK Bribery Act in 2010, these types of financial crimes are of increasing interest to the regulatory bodies, which has financial services businesses taking notice of the regulatory intensity. They're training their staff and looking for increased skills in these areas. Banks and other financial services businesses need to mitigate the risks from this increased regulatory and public scrutiny, and so as time goes on, financial crime has emerged from the shadows of AML. So why is it important? Well, it is often said that financial crime is a victimless crime, but this couldn't be further from the truth. When someone profits from trading on inside information, other shareholders lose as those traders win. When someone doesn't pay their correct taxes and evades tax, that shortfall is paid by honest taxpayers, as governments still collect their required amount of taxes from fewer people. If you pay taxes or have traded shares, you probably have been a victim yourself of financial crime by paying more tax or earning less income on your transactions. Combating financial crime is critically important for two reasons. Firstly, regulators and policymakers in countries are very keen to ensure their financial systems continue to attract investors and foreign investment. Financial stability, market fairness, and transparency are key ingredients of a country's attractiveness as an investment destination. So preventing financial crime, including strong deterrence and effective enforcements, are important for a country's financial services industry and prospects. Secondly, international cooperation towards combating terrorist financing, including implementing economic and trade sanctions against countries and threat groups, and also international cooperation regarding tax evasion, is further shining the spotlight on financial crime and its impact. So what are the typical attributes for the individuals who wish to follow this career path? Well, there are two key parts to financial crime roles. The first is the prevention of financial crime, and the second is the investigation of financial crime incidents. The skills and attributes of the individuals in this area can be described as a mixture of various types of people, shall we say. The first is that of a lawyer. You need a legal mind. You need to be able to interpret detailed laws and rules and implement policies and procedures. You need to be a forensic accountant. You need to be analytical, have attention to detail, be meticulous, and have that professional skepticism. You need to be an investigator. You need to be tenacious, thorough, calm under pressure, and yet collaborative. And last but not least, you need to be an entrepreneur. You need to be creative. You need to be innovative, prepared to challenge the status quo and push boundaries. The future for financial crime. As we can see here, incidences of financial crime, regulator scrutiny, and public demand for reprimand and enforcement are all increasing. That combined with new and evolving threats, for example cybersecurity, infer that financial crime is a definite emerging growth area which can provide a challenging and rewarding career. Thank you for listening, and feel free to contact us for more information should you be interested in any of our financial crime courses. Thank you.